I got married in 1965, and I started teaching history at a junior high school in Brockton, Massachusetts, in Boston. And for the first time in my life, I felt serious anti-Semitism from co-teachers, from educators. I mean, I thought, you know, the average Joe on the street, the uneducated people, I can understand they would be anti-Semitic. But educators? And they were also racist. This was the period of the Civil Rights Movement, 1965, 66, 67. This was Martin Luther King era. And here I am teaching history. I'm showing film strips of Martin Luther King. I'm reading poems by Langston Hughes to my students. I'm doing a project with the Boston Globe to teach them how to read the newspaper. And left and right, I'm getting the principal is calling me, and the parents don't like Langston Hughes, too liberal. The Boston Globe is too left-wing a paper. I was barely 21 years old when I started teaching. They considered me this little communist, left-wing, socialist, radical from New York, and I was Jewish.
These were the parents and your colleagues?
There was that flavor, not the colleagues so much. But clearly there was an air of anti-Semitism, certainly racism. I couldn't get that from educated people. And when Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968, I was teaching in that April, and the head of my department said to me, "Well, Sheila, your boyfriend got it today." Your boyfriend, that's what he called it. So it was rough, and my eyes were really open. And my husband and I chose to live in Dorchester, which was the heart of the city, because he was an optometric student in downtown Boston. He took the T, the subway, to his school, and I took the car down Route 24 to Brockton, so we lived in between. And our eyes were really opened by what was going on. There were riots, of course, in the cities. There were shootings on our street, in our building. We were living in Dorchester, and it was quite an eye-opener for me. It was very depressing. And people that I knew in New York think of Boston as a very liberal place because, of course, on the weekends we'd go to Cambridge, and it's a different world. The world of the educators and the college students in Boston is not the world of the average Joe, the average citizen. So that was quite eye-opening.